Hello and welcome to Gentlemen and Whiskey. I know I've been absent for a couple of weeks, but that's because I've got some stuff going on in my life, and unfortunately, family and all of that stuff comes first. But tonight, I'm kicking off back to live streaming with my buddy Chris Littlewood from Bourbon of the Week, and we are talking about a charity that is near and dear to his heart, and that's what we're doing tonight. We're raising money for that. So you will see here in a second when I bring him on. In the middle, it shows the total that he's raised so far, and then the total that we have made tonight, and we're doing some specific giveaways for tonight. So anyone who donates tonight, whether it's 1 ticket or 15 tickets or, you know, however much you decide to buy, you get entered to win a 2-night only Weller 12. So we have that to give away tonight. We're also going to give away a few other prizes, including a Maker's Mark sample pack just to spite Chris, and a Gentleman and Whiskey hat, in addition to some stickers and some other stuff. So we will be doing that for anyone who donates tonight. It is unfortunately not my general giveaways, but this is all for a great cause. We're going to get to some comments real quick. So Beastie says, finally back. Yes, I am finally back. I can hear Chris seething about the fact that I said Maker's Mark. So we'll bring him on in a second. Johnny Dean said, oh, hey, cheers, everyone, with a Glencairn. Scott Weaver, cheers, everybody. I'll be popping in and out and getting the kiddos to sleep. Dude, totally get it. My kid just went to sleep like 30 seconds ago. So Johnny Dean said, wifey's night to get the kids down, so I'm here watching my two favorite PA whiskey content creators. Dude, glad you're here. Super fun time. I think it's time to just bring Chris on and face the music. Chris, I said Maker's Mark just for you.
Listen, if there's ever a night that I'm going to be okay with it, it's going to be tonight. Tonight and only tonight. So let's keep it for tonight only. Okay. A Maker's Mark giveaway for tonight is fair.
So if we get to a certain amount tonight, can I send you a Maker's Mark blind and you only can say nice things about it? How about that?
You got to name the amount. We're at 54.35 right now. What do you want it to be?
I would say if we get to 500 tonight.
500. So 59.35.
Yep. Which I think is very doable.
I think
we can get past that.
I think that's doable. I agree. 500. If we get 500 tonight, I will drink a Maker's Mark blind and tell you my favorite things about them. That's fair.
Okay. Fair. All right. So that's our goal. I mean, our goal is, I think, do you remember what we raised last year? Because we did this last year and I literally just copy and pasted the thumbnail for it.
I can't remember what we did specifically off this stream. It was a good amount though.
Yeah.
It was a decent amount of money that we raised last year specifically off this stream.
I think if we get to 1,000, I think 1,000 is extremely doable. Then I will find something. Oh, actually, I forgot to ask you this in pre-show. How do we feel about me giving away bottles I don't have in hand right this second?
If I trust you. I trust you with my life. I obviously trust you with the production here. So
With your life.
I trust you. With my life, I'm fine saying that.
Chris, we're
I
agreeing
trust
too
you
much
that you will
tonight.
get bottles too. It's true. It's true, but it's for a good cause. We can agree on a good cause.
That's true.
Fantasy football draft, maybe that's something we don't agree. This right here, this is we can agree on.
I mean, we can agree on Go Birds too.
We can
4-0,
also agree
baby.
on Go Birds. I got the green in the background just for
See
us
that?
tonight.
Yeah.
I love it.
Ooh, and you got our Sagamore
Yeah,
pick too. Mine's upstairs. Shoot.
I do. I figured we might as well. I think last time we checked, we do still have a handful of these bottles left on
Yep.
Shared Pour.
Yep.
They did go out with another Shared Pour Sagamore release, so I think a few more got bought up from them. But I'm telling you guys, if you didn't get one of these yet, now is the time. They aren't going to last forever. We're two smaller content creators, so we do have a few left over. But yeah, I figured I'd sip on this tonight. Why not?
If we get to, I'll say $1,500, I will do something very generous. We'll put it that way, and I will
Okay.
include one of these picks. And I just recently saw there's a Penelope F Cancer on the site.
There is a Penelope F Cancer.
If we can get to $1,500 tonight, I will buy it and ship it to someone's house. How about that? 2 bottles.
You heard it here first, folks.
So we are all about raising money for things that we're passionate about, and both of us are very passionate about cancer and the impact that it has on people's lives. So why don't you talk just briefly about what you are raising money for and why that's your passion?
So this is Team Steve repping the shirt tonight. I married my wife a few years ago, and she had a cousin at the age of 12 who lost his battle to leukemia. Obviously, I did not know Steve himself, but I did get to know the family very well. They started a foundation, I believe, 3 years ago now. They teamed up with Cure Search, which is who Team Steve raises money for, that sends their money to Cure Search, which is what is doing the research for childhood cancer, specifically leukemia. And they've raised over $500,000, I think, in 3 years. They just sent out an email recently. Last year, we helped raise $8,000. This year, we're trying to break $8,000. We got a few days left here. He was 12 years old when he lost his battle to cancer. They reached out to me. We set up teams. Every like branch of the family does their own thing to try to raise money and help. They do walks. They do all kinds of things. And I thought, I've seen what this whiskey community can do. I've seen the relationships that I've had and the relationships that I've made. And I know that people love to get bottles of whiskey. And what better way to get some great bottles of whiskey than to donate money to Cure Search and Team Steve. So I appreciate you for putting me on this platform. I know you have a soft spot for this as well. So I just appreciate you giving me the platform to do this. Again, I talk about it every time I'm on this. Top production in the game when it comes to live stream. So I appreciate you for that. But that's what we're doing it for. I want to keep it upbeat. I want to keep it fun. We're at 54.35 right now. Like I said, last year we raised between everything. I have a couple other fundraisers that I do through my work and everything. We raised just over $8,100. I'm working on that right now. Johnny already in with a quick hundo, by the way.
Awesome. And
so there we go.
Just so you guys know, I don't know if I spelled this out earlier, but details are in the description. So if you Venmo Chris from Bourbon of the Week, his Venmo link is in the description with the price breakdowns. I'm going to put up on screen all of the bottles and everything that we've got to give away real quick. And Chris, we'll talk about them just briefly. So entries. One entry is $10. Chris, talk real quick. Let me make sure I can hear you in the screen. All right, I can't hear you, but it is on here. Let me put the monitor on real quick. It's just because of my settings. No, it says monitor and output. Okay, well, all right. Let me just go through this real quick. People tell me if you can hear Chris when he talks here. Okay, somebody in the comments tell me if you can hear Chris. All right, bourbon raffle, 1 entry, $10. 3 entries for $25. 7 entries for $50. 15 entries for $100. Bottle list. Bottle list is pretty crazy. Obviously a Blanton's Gold. It's pretty dope. Blanton's Single Barrel. 1792 bottled and bond. I'm skipping over some because I'll tell you the things that I find interesting. How about that? Larceny Barrel Proof. Love Stag A124. Our Sagamore Single Barrel is in there. E.H. Taylor Small Batch is a great one. Francis James picks are always great. Evernorth, love Evernorth. That pick also is fantastic. So that's all that we've got going on. No Chris audio. Okay, well, that sucks. I had you added to that screen. I can hear you again. But
Good.
We'll go back to there in a second. I don't know why it's not doing that because I definitely have your added. Like I said, I'm not the best in the game. I just do this a lot.
No, you're the best in the game. You're the best in the game. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
Come on. All right. Chris, where you at? Ben Rhodes. Hey, I know that guy.
Where do you need me to add raise tonight? Is that over under that 100? I put that there. It changes on the screen. We're good.
Yeah. If you just change that total in that black box, that'll change the total raised on there.
Okay.
Or at least it should.
On the screen that you can't hear me on.
Yeah. Right. All right. Okay. So every once in a while, hey, don't. Click out of that one tab that you're in. Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So it should automatically update as we go. See where I'm clicked into? Just change that total to what you have in Venmo, and it'll automatically.
Okay.
It'll automatically update as soon as I tell it to. Blank minus blank. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I can hear him clearly now. Yeah, well, the way that I have these set up, I have the
Dude, some spilling whiskey. How bad is that?
dude. Look, every once in a while, I'll just be sitting here.
I'm trying to type over here.
We're not even drunk yet. We just started drinking.
I know. People are sending me money. I'm getting too excited already. Look at this.
Look, this is awesome, though.
Look at this. I agree. Christopher Golf in for a quick 25. Love that.
Chris Goff. Great dude.
Yes.
All right. So, definitely need a few pours tonight. My daughter. Why can't I select that one? What the heck? Oh. Select. Okay. Can't quite read what he said. But, get that up on a different screen. This is great content, by the way. We're just not talking.
I agree. It's just me typing the whole time.
All right. So we've done this before. We've done a collaboration pick, if you guys did not know, and Chris is currently drinking it. And we're doing more in the future, by the way.
We should be doing a few more in the future. Yes.
We have one. Actually, two for sure that we are collaborating with a few other creators that have been announced, and then we're getting to that here soon. So,
are we allowed to talk about that?
I think so.
Is that talkable?
I don't really know. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Is there a wild turkey pick potentially in the future for Bourbon of the Week and Gentleman and Whiskey?
And this guy right here, Bourbon Battalion, and the Bourbon Besties, who are actually some of our besties.
That's my dad, actually.
He likes to say that at the very least.
He does like to say that, yes. We've had, you know how many times I've been on stream and he'll say that, and like I'll pop in and say something, and every stream somebody comments, "Are you really his dad?" And he has to explain the whole situation, and it's just hilarious to me.
I love that. I love that so much. Well, because you met him, like, I think you even met him before I met him. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Because you guys were you had like hangouts with the PA Bourbon Squad moderators.
Yeah. Which I need to get to more often, but they keep doing these things in the summertime, like I don't own an ice cream store over here. You know what I mean? Do some winter stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Summer's my slow time at work, like, and winter is my like lights up busy time. So it's like I'm opposite of you. That's
opposite schedule. Right.
I have this freaking barrel head for you.
Yes, you do, and I have to pour some samples for you. Actually,
you do. Also,
I have the bottles for him. So
if Sherry's in here, I need her samples. I don't think she is currently, but I need hers.
Do you have everybody else's?
I have, oddly enough, the two people who had to ship them. I've had theirs for like 2 weeks.
Those are the ones you have,
Right.
of course.
So
At least they don't go bad, right?
that's true. Yeah, I actually haven't even opened the boxes yet. Not gonna lie, because there's no point until I get it.
No.
So
Your wife is going to sort them, right? Like you label and do all that, and then she switches them up.
correct. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna break them basically into like each category is gonna get 2 head-to-head matchups or whatever. Like, so since there's 6 picks from each one, we'll do 3 and 3. I will break those up. She will mix the weeks, and I will explain to her how to.
So
do that.
nobody will know.
So everybody will get the same week at the same time. Like, we'll all get finished whiskeys at the same time, but half of us will get the first half of us will get the second half.
The complexity, it sounds so complex, but like it's really not as dense as it seems, but it's such a good idea. It's such a great way to do it.
Yeah.
I liked last year, but I like this is kind of thing like when you do this content creation stuff, you see what works, you see what didn't work. I didn't love the just go through and drink one and drink another. There were a few nights where like I did 2 in the same night. Like I don't know how that threw things off just because I wanted to get through some content. So like maybe the first one sipped super hot and now I'm, a drink deep, a drink and a half deep. And the second one seemed to sip a little easier or hit my palate a little bit different. So I like the comparison and being like, this one is definitely better than this one. So I rank that one a little bit higher. I like that.
Chris, we do that all the time. Don't lie.
I do all the time. I batch content all the time.
I have so much stuff. I just need to edit. It's crazy.
It is. I'm gonna edit after this, which is why I gotta take. I'm already spilling whiskey, and I have things to edit.
Thankfully, the editing's easy, right?
I agree, for the most part.
For the most part, it's the.
When you talk as fast as me, you got to find where you messed up a lot more than normal.
No, I do it too. I will just
I'm sure
repeat sentences all the time.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. All right, so I'm drinking Sagamore. I'm drinking the cask strength currently because I'm too lazy to go upstairs and get our pick. But
did you try the 10-year yet?
I did not. I actually have
I haven't either.
A store in Maryland that's holding one for me. So
okay, I'm skeptical to wonder how much better it is. So I was in a live stream the other day. We dropped our 9-year. Mash and Journey dropped their. They call it a 9.5 year. I'm assuming it says 9 year on the sticker as well, but obviously get that half year. And then they came out with the 10-year very recently after that, and people were saying that they're trying to work through that MGP and they're trying to like get their so just next year if they have any MGP left, they're gonna be like, oh, now we have a Sagamore 11-year. If they happen to have any barrels left after that, oh, we have a Sagamore 12-year. So it's just gonna be like how long are they gonna go with this? I just can't imagine it's like crazy different from the 9-year. But again, I haven't tried it personally.
So we did a live stream with the Bourbon Besties like I did. The week that we got our pick, and I gave them samples, and they tried it next to the 9-year, which is, I think, the most comparable thing. And it was, look, it's just different, right? Single barrels and blended products are going to be different every time because you get a broader, shallower profile every time you have a blended product versus a single barrel, right? Because on single barrels, you have literally just 1 barrel's worth of the experience, whereas a blended product tends to be more indicative of the entire profile. So it was more cherry, it was more, vanilla, stuff like that, but it wasn't as distinctive. Like our pick, not tooting our own horn here, but our pick is very bourbon tasting, and people have said that across the board. Like, it is the most like bourbon tasting rye they've ever had because it's got that, why we named it, that sugar cookie surprise forward.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's one of the reasons we debated back and forth a lot on it. And we came back to, is this going to, as a bourbon community, as like growing our channels with a lot of bourbon content, are people going to appreciate something that might be a really good rye right now? Or are people going to appreciate something that's going to be a really, really solid quote unquote bourbon drinkers rye. And I think
Right.
I think this was the best of the four. We called it out from the beginning, so it wasn't even a question. But I think knowing that it gave it that profile was also an added bonus.
Yeah. So there was a lot to that story. I don't want to like we're here to talk about Team Steve. We're not here to talk about our pick. But
We could,
we're just
yeah,
filling,
absolutely.
we're filling content right now. But I think it was definitely, if I went to do it again, I think picking a barrel that's on profile is what I would do again. Especially like I think a lot of people these days try to find the most off profile thing they can, and I don't really get that. That's just me.
Yeah. As long as it's still good, yeah, it makes sense. But
Yeah.
if you have a barrel that's better, then you got to go with the barrel that's better.
Yeah.
We got Kevin coming in with a quick $50, which is going to be a cool 7 entries. I love that. Thank you, Kevin.
And just so you guys are aware, this works both for the entries for tonight and for all of
Correct.
the options that are available on those raffle details. Let me really quick here just bring you on to the raffle screen. You are on here. Okay. I'm going to hide you. But you should still be able to talk. Take away that one. I don't know why it's doing this, but it's fine. Okay, so here's all the bottles that are available, just so you guys know. It is a bigger list. It's actually an entire page more than it was last year when I was setting this up. There were only 2 pages of bottles. This year there's 3 pages of bottles, including the best Bookers that has ever been made here. I didn't see that earlier, but the very last bottle on that far right page is Booker's The Reserve 2024. And, I actually think that's what I'm going to try now. I think that's what I am going to drink right now. Chris, do you have that? Oh, you do have that.
Oh, I have it with me right here. It's on screen. I have never personally bought tickets to my own raffle because I can only imagine the uproar if I were to win a bottle. I would never by any means steal money from childhood cancer. I would never by any means steal a bottle from somebody who's donating. I almost bought tickets to try to win this bottle specifically. I was literally going to buy tickets and say, I don't care if my name gets drawn on any other bottle. If I happen to get drawn when this bottle is up, statistically speaking, very low, then I want this bottle, but I refuse to do it. I want to try this bottle so bad. But this was actually bought and shipped to me by the mother of the woman who's in charge of Team Steve. So she said, hey, have you ever heard of Booker's? I want to donate a bottle to the charity. I want to donate a bottle for the giveaway. And I said, Booker's is actually one of my favorite bottles, as far as like the higher end bottles go, not knowing at all she was talking about the Reserves 2024. She just said Booker's. I was assuming it was just like a Pinky's batch, a grand, you know what I mean? Something random, which is still a fantastic bottle to donate. This showed up to my door and I was like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. I had a sample of it and it's such a good bottle of whiskey. So the fact that that's in there, I have this, like you said, Blanton's Gold is what I personally donate. I have a few other bottles in here that I've put in myself. Blanton's Gold is always what I try to find, just because obviously the ribbon is gold when it comes to childhood cancer. I've got my WB Saffel is in here. A couple of our picks, this pick, the Sagamore pick I've donated, and a Backbone pick that I did with a bunch of other creators is in here as well. So I've got like 4 or 5 bottles in here myself. We just added the 17-year Reveries. That's if you're part of our Bourbon, or if you know Take, Jay West, Shared Pour, obviously big in the community. He told me at $5,000 he would donate a 17-year-old Reveries. If we happen to get to 10,000, I'm not holding my breath for that, because again, that would beat last year's number. If we happen to get to 10,000, he'll donate another 17-year Reveries signed by him. Like you said, we have the Stag is in there. Like, there's a bunch of really good bottles that are going to be in here. And if you donate tonight, you have an opportunity to win what John's talking about giving away specifically for tonight, as well as you're entered in to win all of these other bottles that I will be doing on my own live stream, as long as I can produce it on 9:30, which is this Tuesday. We will be able to do that. John, you want me to put you in here for tonight too?
Nah.
You got it, right?
I mean, yeah, put me into the totals for tonight, but...
Yeah, and the totals, okay.
Cheers,
you don't want
fellas.
me to put you in the giveaway for tonight?
Nah.
All right, 55, 60. What are we at now? 5660.
Beautiful.
5660.
So that puts us at 175. Tom Morrow's asking what's the last 4 digits for Venmo.
2849 if it asks for you. You can skip that in there. There is a way to skip it. But if you don't want to, it's 2849.
I will also put that in the description if you are fine with that.
Yeah, that's fine with me. Okay. We're at 225 raised right now, I believe.
Beautiful.
Am I wrong on that? Yeah, with yours, it's 225.
Perfect. We have updated. All right, so what we talked about earlier is if we get to 500 on the stream, I should say, when we get to 500 on the stream, we're going to go till about 9 o'clock, roughly. And then we'll do the giveaway for this beautiful Weller 12, a Gentleman Whiskey hat, and a 4-pack of what I am calling the best Maker's Mark pours of the year, including Star Hill Farms, Cellar Aged, and the 2025 Keepers release, and a pick that I got this year as well. So, we will give that away mostly because it irritates Chris that Maker's Mark wood finishing exists.
Gotta love it. Tom in with another 25.
Perfect. Love that. So if we get to 500, well, shoot. All right. So when we get to 500, we are going to give away as well. Chris is going to do a tasting of those Maker's Mark pours, and he is not allowed to say anything negative about them.
All good things about Maker's Mark that night.
And if we get to 1,000, well, okay. If we went at that 500 mark, I will also just, out of solidarity, I will do a Maker's or a Wild Turkey pours, and I will only say nice things.
That's fair. I'll send that to you. I can send that to you. I've got some good picks that I would love for you to try. I know you have some as well, but I'd like to send you some blind. We'll do it blind, so you won't know which wild turkeys I'm sending. You can kind of rank them on your own, and I'll do the same thing with Makers, and nothing but good things. Nothing but good things.
Yep.
That's right. I like that. We can even do a live. We'll collab on a live stream on that one night.
Sounds great.
Tom, I got you in here for 25. Tom, I appreciate you. I see you got to run there, so I appreciate it, brother. You're in for tonight. You don't have to be here when we do it. We have your information. We'll find you.
Yeah, I have his email at the very least because he sent me.
Yeah.
Did he send you Limestone Farm stuff too?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say he hit up a bunch of people on Instagram and everything. Where's Bourbon Bill the shit on Wild Turkey? He's not here tonight currently. Oh, you got the nicer ones. What the hell?
What?
I got
a few of them over here.
The first round when they had the original stickers. But I mean, their stuff is fantastic. Like I
haven't broken into them yet, but I plan on it soon.
Did he give you I forget what it? The only thing that I will say about them negatively is that the names of their products are all some combination of batch, stock, and private.
I got select batch, private stock, private batch.
Yeah.
Bloodlines Heritage 6-year.
Right. The Bloodlines is the only one that isn't named some variation of like something that just is nonsensical.
Jimmy, I see you. I don't know if Jimmy, are you in the chat tonight? I guess we can add. I don't know. Like, I'm assuming he's in the chat tonight, right? Jimmy, you in here?
Here's the deal. Anything that you get tonight will add to the total.
We'll add to the total. I agree. I agree. I'm not going to figure it out.
Kevin Stancic. I can definitely read from that.
Yes.
Cheers from Virginia or VA.
Kevin donated tonight. He's in for the giveaway tonight.
Beautiful.
We got Jimmy with 50 here. All right, guys, slow down now. I'm very slow typer. All right, don't slow down. Don't slow down.
All gas.
So 50 is what? 50 is 7?
Yeah.
7. So we got Jimmy for 7 entries for tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Do you want me to bring
and up then we just got another one from Ben, which is Ben, my brother, Ben Rhodes, is gonna be
good dude.
Gonna be a quick 25, so he's got 3. So what's that put us at? Where are we at total now? We are at Yes, you can bring it up. 5760. I forget these are tabs. Just tabs.
Yeah.
5760. Calculate. 5435, 5760. We're at 325.
No, don't do that. Did you?
Don't do what?
I had
Am I
it
messing
auto.
up? Is it
No, I
does
had it auto
it?
calculating. Let me fix
Oh,
that.
okay. Gotcha. Okay, I just got to
So
do the bottom ones.
yep. When you finish
Okay,
that out, I just have it.
I'm done. I'll click out. Hold
No,
on.
you're fine. No, you're
I'm out.
fine. It's okay.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done texting. I'm done talking. I'm done texting.
Yeah.
Oh, you do too much. You look at you. Not only are you a great production guy, but now you're a freaking Google Sheets Man of the Year.
Bro, no.
I don't know how any of this stuff works. I just make waffle cones. You know what I mean? Scoop ice cream.
You are selling yourself short. You are a graduate of the Millersville University.
The Millersville University, MU. Private stock black label will wow you for sure. Take care, fellas. All right, so I'm gonna pour up a little bit of this tonight because I still want to review these off on cam. But I want to, if he's gonna tell me that, then I'm gonna pour up a little bit of that next.
Private stock. That is, I'm pretty sure the one that has honeyed wheat and honeyed malt in it. It's really good.
Honeyed wheat and honeyed malt.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's just a variety. I'm not 100% sure. Also, I did not make that black outline to imply that you are dumb. I just did it to just change that one.
No. It's
No,
fine.
no,
It's
no.
fine. Just enter here, you
Yes.
dumb idiot. That's what you.
No,
That's it. Says that, guys. I wish I could screen share right now. It's right next to it. It says current total, and then it says total, and it says idiot. Just type here. That's what it says.
I scrolled down so that the people can see it, and it says total raise
Okay.
before start, total current. That's all I did.
All right. Okay. Ben, I'm mad I missed you too, brother. I wish if we had, I know you talked about doing it just a little bit too far for me on such short notice. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
'cause
we'll get together soon.
He's other side of the state, right? Like he's up.
Yeah, he's a Yinzer now. He's out there.
Ugh. I mean,
The
good
Yinzers.
for him.
I don't think he's quite a Yinzer, right? I think he's more north. I forget. I don't know exactly where he's at. I don't want to drop this man's address on screen or anything,
no,
but
I only know it because I was.
I think
looking
he's
at
I think he's a
Black
little
Lines
more north. Yeah, as you should.
I
One of the
will-
best in the
I
game.
will at one point. Look at those Glens. They're so beautiful.
They're so nice. And the thing is, let me remind everybody, not screen printed. So I have a few that I've got from distilleries that are screen printed. You put them in the dishwasher once, they're gone. These things, I've washed this thing 15 times, still brand new.
Yep. He does great work from everything that I've seen, and I need to order Glenn's, and I need to talk to him. I haven't even put out videos. That's how busy with dumb crap I've been. So,
I understand that.
Johnny Dean says, "Go Steelers."
Go Steelers.
Johnny-
Steelers did their thing today.
I need to know from all the Steelers fans right now, how happy are you with Aaron Rodgers through 4 games? That's all I need to know.
After the Jets, I thought they were going to win the Super Bowl, but then I remembered he's got a kind of chip on his shoulder with the Jets. And then they lost game 2, right? And now they're 3-1. Is that right?
Yes. So he is my fantasy quarterback, full disclosure, because I've had I'm the only league that I'm in this year is a dynasty league. Closer to the NY border, absolutely middle of nowhere, still in PA, but directly south of Buffalo.
Gotcha. So he's a Bills fan now.
Good, we docked himself.
No, not Bills, right? Buffalo Bills is, I guess. Right?
I mean, I would rather root for the Bills than the Steelers if I'm being real.
Bills look good.
Yeah. So the only fantasy I'm playing right now is a dynasty league that I've been in for I don't even know. It's been 7 or 8 years, and Aaron Rodgers is my current best quarterback, and it's been very tough because he's very inconsistent. We'll say that. Oh my God, they have a bye this coming week, an early bye.
Early bye. That is a very early. I don't love the early bye, but I also hate the late bye. What are the Eagles? Eagles are like week 12, aren't they?
Dude, I would love, but the late bye is nice because then you get that extra.
If
off
you're
week.
injured,
Right.
yeah. I
We'll have
think
2
they're
buys,
late.
so it's fine.
That's true. Week 1 bye, just like the Phillies, baby. Red October coming up too. We got a lot to be happy about here in Philly. A
I
lot to be happy about.
Dude, if the Phillies don't do what, like, if they don't take care of business this year, it's not the front office's fault. Harrison Bader and Yohan Duran are the real
Dude,
deal.
Bader. I was like 2 months ago. I'm a Phillies fan, big Phillies fan. I'm not the biggest Phillies fan. I know a lot about baseball in Philly. I don't know a lot about baseball outside of Philly. So I asked my friends. I was like, "What do you guys think about Bader? Like, he looks really good right now." And they're like, "Yeah, he's not like a hall. He's not a Hall of Famer. He's not an All Star, but he plays his role really well."
Yeah.
And he just went on a tear after that. So anytime he does well, I'm like, "This guy's not an All Star. This
No.
guy's not an All Star. This guy looks like an All Star to me."
Well,
He's been on a tear.
it's so tough though because like there's so many good hitters at his position. Like since he plays like
Hmm.
right field, I think he's right field. Maybe he's left.
Right.
I don't remember. But
I think they move him around, but
because there's so many good hitters in the outfield because it's like you can either be a really good outfielder or a really good hitter and play the outfield, but generally it's not both. But like
right.
he is somehow both. Like he's very good defensively and then also he can hit the cover off the ball.
Yeah.
So I think it's just because there's so many good hitters in the outfield. That's all it is. Hitting is the popularity contest. They don't care about how well you field. They care about how well you hit a home run. Surfside making an appearance.
Surfsides is the chaser. Not that this needs one, but I was drinking. I went to Gabby's Playhouse, Gabby's Dollhouse tonight with my daughter for her first movie ever.
Which was?
Gabby's Dollhouse. It's like the yeah. That's the name of the show. And it's their first movie that they produced. So she's been real big into it lately. So we were like, let's go to the movies tonight. We did an early movie and dinner, and she loved it. A lot of sing-alongs and stuff like that. But they have at the movie theater, it's like one of those. I don't even know what do they call it. It's not like when we went to the movies, you just sat. You were like sardines. They just packed everybody in there. This one is like you can they have recliners. They have waiters and waitresses come out and like send you food and drinks. Like you can buy drinks and everything like that. So we're sitting in there and I'm looking at the menu and Surfsides are like my go. Like if I'm gonna have a drink while I'm out, I'll usually go Surfside if it's not like a nice restaurant. So I was like, oh, I'll grab a Surfside while we're there. It's a 2-hour movie. And they didn't have them. They had something called what are the other ones? I've had them before. Sun Cruisers.
Interesting.
So same concept, iced tea and vodka. Stateside is the vodka that's in these, which is Pennsylvania Stateside vodka.
Yep.
Philadelphia, I believe specifically.
Yeah.
Because it's now Stateside Live
Yeah,
down. But this is so many connections. Stateside Live down in the city. They took over Xfinity Live. But they had Sun Cruisers. They were decent.
Is Stateside one of the bottled brands?
I think so. It sounds right.
It's so hard to figure out what bottled actually does. Like Sherry and I were talking about it the other day, and we were like trying to find the actual because we were doing one of the Team Foster calls for our event coming up next year, which is going to be called the PA Whiskey Show, and it's going to be awesome. So
love that.
We were talking with the Team Foster people, and I feel like it's hard to figure out what the actual brands that they do are. I know they do all the Bird Gang stuff.
They do all the Bird Gang, yep.
Just weird other things. Do they do Few Spirits now too?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. The Bird Gang is not my favorite. I like bottled. They're good people over there. We've worked with them in the past on some stuff.
Yeah.
Bird Gang it's a money grab. They got the license to do the bottle and the Kelly Green. The whiskey in it is not my favorite.
Yeah, it's always tough because I've always said for the longest time, like it's hard to find a brand that has some kind of gimmick on it, like Bradshaw Bourbon or like Scottie Pippen's Digits or the Sweeten's Cove. Like a lot of times, if there's intentionally a celebrity behind it, they're selling the celebrity, not the whiskey. and like there's a very
Correct.
few differences. Oh, also on that note, did you see that they're coming out with a 121 proof Traveler?
I did see the Cash Strength Traveler. Yes, somebody posted that and was like, "Called this." People are saying it's Buffalo Traces on a little. They're getting worried. They're getting worried that the market's turning, so they're trying to do anything at this point.
I I think
They're
they're maybe listening to criticism though, because maybe they
about Traveler specifically.
yes.
Yeah,
What if
I
they
mean,
heard
no,
all the
Traveler
criticism that it's not what people wanted and it's way too
light.
delicate?
I,
Light?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. Traveler came out and people hyped it up because it was a Buffalo Trace. I find cases of that stuff anytime I go to Jersey,
'Cause
just
it's
cases
not
of it.
good.
Right. And it's one of those things where I think at that time Buffalo Trace thought we can put out anything and it's going to sell, it's going to fly off the shelves.
I
As
don't
long
know
as
that
it has the Buffalo Trace name behind it, they thought they were going to be okay.
I don't know that I agree with that. Because here's why.
I would love to argue with you about
I
this.
know,
Let's go.
please. I love it.
You,
I love arguing with
you
you.
don't
It's so
think
much fun.
Buffalo Trace is 85% marketing, 15% whiskey?
No, I think they're at max 50-50. I think they're more whiskey than marketing, but I also think they do marketing very well. Because you think about it, right? Like, the aside from Traveler, name one Buffalo Trace product that's actually all the time legitimately bad.
It's not about legitimately bad, it's about legitimately allocated. How
But
many
why
of
does
them are
allocated have to be a part
legitimately
of the
out?
conversation, right?
Because if they're doing it, if because they're not doing it legitimately, it's the diamonds. It's take all the diamonds, put them on the island, and now the diamonds are worth money. They can put out product at a much higher rip than they are currently doing. And you can't say there's no way that you're telling me a multi-billion-dollar company who just put a multi-billion-dollar expansion together doesn't have the whiskey aged for the whiskey that people want. They're
okay,
putting out
they
Trace. They're
do,
putting out
but
Eagle Rare. They're doing it now. People are. I had
right.
this argument. I don't know if you saw, but it's Bourbon Night. Chad and Chad did a video on one of my videos where I called out Buffalo Trace. Chad and Chad, double Chad. They said they both took a side. They said they flipped a coin and they had to argue on behalf. And one of them argued Buffalo Trace has more product out there than they should have, and everybody was like, yeah, I get more Eagle Rare, I get more Blanton's, I get more. And I was like, okay, where's the Pappy? Where's the GTS? Where's the Stags? Where's the quote unquote Stag Juniors? They're not Stag Juniors anymore. They can put out more of that premium product than they are putting into market, and I can guarantee it.
Okay, yes.
That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for.
But they can put that product out. But what if they want to keep the quality standard that they've been having currently? You know as well as I do. For every 1,000 barrels
they
that they
can
have,
do that.
one of those barrels becomes GTS. 5 of those barrels become, Stag, formerly Junior. Like you don't.
But they have 1 billion barrels.
They do not have 1 billion barrels. That is
okay, but you know what I mean, though. Say it's 1 in 1,000. Say it's one. How many barrels? It's still a crazy amount that they could put out every year.
Okay, it's like, have you ever watched the movie How I Met Your Mother, or the TV show How I Met Your Mother?
The TV show, I've seen episodes. I didn't follow it religiously, but I understand the concept.
That's one of my favorite shows of all time. There's an episode where
Ted, I agree. It's a great show.
Ted is at a dating service, right? And he's like, there's plenty of fish in the sea. And then this woman goes, okay, so out of the 1 million women in New York, 50% of them are of dating age. Okay, so then that's 500,000. 20% of those are not in a relationship, so now that's 100,000. You have to subtract the amount that are attractive. And he ended up with like a number of 25 out of those 2 million women in New York City was like the final number. Out of that Buffalo Trace 1 million barrels, how many of them are currently of an age where they fit the profile? How many of them are a taste profile that are going to be into a higher end product like Stag or, GTS? And that is the thing. I think if you're comparing, the big comparison to me is Heaven Hill, right? Heaven Hill for the longest time, I think, has been letting their quality lax for the sake of putting whiskey to market. So Heaven Hill has, I would not say quite the amount of offerings, and definitely not the amount of high-end offerings.
They're up there though. They got some stuff, but yeah, not BTAC
right
numbers.
Correct. And the things that they have out there, like, are Heaven Hill 17's not going to touch GTS most years. You know what I mean? Like 20-year-old.
I wish I knew enough about either one of them to tell you if that's true or not. I'll be honest with you. I've had maybe 2 or 3 GTSs, and I don't think I've had a Heaven Hill 17.
I've tried
this. Yes, I see what you're saying.
So, like, I think, yes, we're getting to the point where there's more out there, and because, you know, like, we had this argument just texting each other the one day. I was like, just because they started this multi-billion-dollar thing in 2015 doesn't mean it was done in 2015. It was just done last year. So by that point,
no. But my argument in that conversation was, if you're going to do this, keep your current stock, lay down your 4-year stuff. So if it started in 2015 and you had warehouses built in 2018,
right?
Then lay down your 4-year stuff in the 2018 and keep your 10-year stuff. Don't now start bottling your 10-year stuff as 8-year or whatever comes out from Buffalo Trace. Keep that stock because you got 4 year. Wait 4 year. Nobody wants more Buffalo Trace on the shelf. I'll be honest with you. I don't want more Buffalo Trace on the shelf. I want more GTS on the shelf. I want more Stag on the shelf. I want more Pappy on the shelf. I want more. But it's supply and demand.
But are you willing to? Because that's the thing. Okay. Like, when you talk about it this way, you know, those 1,000 barrels, 2% of those are capable of being in GTS. So if you want more of that on the shelf, you have to have more whiskey if you want to maintain your quality standard, or you need to drop that quality standard and then have 4 barrels be capable of GTS. And then that's 15 years in. So you're either
is producing 2,000 barrels a day.
Right.
2,000. So you're telling me even at 10%.
Right. How many of those are going to make it to 15 years? How many of those at 15 years are going to be capable of being in GTS?
I mean, they should. Most of them at 15 years, I feel like, should be maybe not the best quality, but you're telling me somebody's going out there and drinking through every 15-year barrel of Buffalo Trace and saying this is GTS or this isn't. I don't believe that. At a company of that scale, I don't believe that that's happening. I think they're saying here's 3 barrels. I think they're saying here's 15 barrels. Pick our GTS right now. They're not drinking 800 barrels of whiskey and deciding this 1 or 2 decides to be GTS. But
they taste like 2 or 3 a day.
No, they're picking out of 15 barrels that are in the area of what they want GTS to be, and it's a barrel pick. They're doing it. We've done barrel picks. They're just picking out they're like, we got barrel 56, we got barrel 52, we got barrel 87, we got barrel 49. 49 is the best. That's GTS this year. That's it.
I mean, it's more than 1 barrel of GTS every year, but yeah.
Correct. I know what you're saying. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they 100% are tasting those and deciding if they're GTS quality or not. Guarantee that. Are they doing that for Stag Junior? Maybe not. Are they doing that for Buffalo Trace? Absolutely not. They're saying,
no. Right.
This barrel is getting on the edge of what it should be. Just punt it to E.H. Taylor Small Batch or Buffalo Trace or whatever it fits into, right?
Yeah.
So out of your multi amount of barrels, like, some of it's not even good enough to be Buffalo Trace, and that ends up being benchmark.
So I did a barrel pick at Backbone Bourbon, which was, I've done a few on-site barrel picks, and this was the most inclusive as far as finding out what, like, a company of that scale, and Backbone is obviously not even a fraction of what a company like Buffalo Trace is, what that scale does. So we went in and they set up 8 glasses, and they said, drink through these 8 glasses, and we narrowed them down to like 3 or 4 glasses, and we were like, we really like these 4. I don't know which one we like the best. And he was like, think of which one you like the best, and I'll find you a similar barrel. So we went through and we were like, we really like this, but it's just missing this note, this something. And he's like, okay, well, in this warehouse on this floor, we got that note. So let's go there. Let's drill that barrel. Let's see what you think about that. Okay. So, like, they knew every like intricate detail of different warehouse settings, different warehouse things. But again, they're not going through and drinking every single barrel. They just know what each setting should produce.
Okay.
And again, that was on a scale of Backbone that they have 50 barrels that taste like that versus Buffalo Trace, who has 5,000 barrels that taste like that.
Correct. But that's not their top flight offering. That's what I'm saying.
For me, no, but GTS, you think they're doing that?
100%.
I just can't imagine that that's true.
Every single one of those GTS barrels before they go into the blend.
We got to find out. Somebody knows. Somebody knows the answer to that question.
Johnny Dean commented, "This is the whiskey debate I needed but didn't even know."
Johnny, are they tasting every barrel that goes into GTS?
I guarantee you.
Can you put a poll up?
I can't actually.
Are they tasting?
I cannot.
Are they tasting every? You can or you can't?
I will put one up on Instagram if you guys want to go vote on Instagram.
I want to find out what the people think.
36 minutes of today. I'll put up our little Team Steve benefit. I'll put up the link to the. Dang it!
What do we need? We need 175, right?
Yeah, 175 to get to the point where Chris and I say nice things about Wild Turkey and Maker's Mark.
I love that.
And only nice things.
I will say nothing but sarcastically nice. I mean, just kidding.
All right, what the... Oh, sure. Okay. You ever get that point where you just absolutely forget what you were doing?
Yes, 100%. You're putting a poll up. By the way, now that before tonight, we were $40 or $50 short of adding a Jack Daniel's 10. So that list that you put up earlier, if you want to put that up when you're done with this poll, we do have at 5,500 was a Jack Daniel's 10 gets added to the list. So we were at 37 or 38 bottles. There's a few in there that are pairs. So it was like somebody's shipping out multiple bottles in one drawing. So there were a few that were pairs, but I think we were at like 37 or 38 bottles. So then we're adding the Jack Daniel's 10. We added the 17-year Reveries. So we have a lot of good bottles in here.
Every barrel of GTS before it's blended is how I'm wording it. Is that an acceptable
That's fair.
wording? I don't want to spin it.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, don't spin it.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to be as fair and objective.
I've seen the way you work. I've seen the way you work on the fantasy football draft. So I just want to make sure that
I did no such thing.
We're following the rules.
I am the nicest person you've ever met.
I don't disagree on that. That's a fact.
God, you've been talking to Sherry too much. Before they blend it. Nope, can't do that. Too long. All right, does Buffalo Trace taste every barrel?
Does Buffalo Trace every barrel? Yes, that's a great way to put it.
Okay, well, I have to because the other way was too long. All right, it is in my story on Instagram at Gentleman and Whiskey. Go vote.
Voting right now.
Okay.
No.
Giant Dean says, I'd say they're tasting everyone, but it's got to be a select group of people. I agree with that. I don't even think it's that. Okay. You think it's the master distillers, or you think they're like bringing in a like? I think it's Drew Mayfield. Their master. No, I'm dead serious. Like,
100% every barrel to be GTS gets tasted.
That's what Chucky says.
100%.
100%. Ben Rhodes says, I'm guessing they tasted through all of the components of BTAC, or they batched smaller parcels of barrels, tasted through those batches, and then blended them to hit profile. Okay. Bourbon Bestie says, hey, friends, welcome to the debate. Chris and I are arguing, and it's fun.
As is tradition. I love that we have different views on things.
Right.
In this, because nobody can be right or wrong. I mean, here somebody's right or wrong. I'm right, but that's not the yeah, right. I'm generally so like this goes back to we talk all the time the single barrel picks at Fine Wine and Good Spirits, which is Pennsylvania is a controlled state for anybody who's outside of Pennsylvania. I'm convinced, and I'm pretty sure John agrees with me on this, that we don't have somebody that truly goes and picks those barrels. Do you agree with that?
100%.
Okay, so Fine Wine and Good Spirits is basically calling up Maker's Mark and saying, "Hey, we want a single barrel with Fine Wine and Good Spirits on it," and Maker's Mark is saying, "We'll send you one." That's the end of it.
Nope. Maker's Mark is saying, "Hey, here, take a barrel pick," and they're going,
Okay, so you think it's the opposite. You think Maker's
Yep,
Mark is like,
100%.
you think Maker's Mark is, if you want this price on this, you got to take this barrel
The
too.
rumor is that Maker's Mark is the only one that they actually go to, because the head whatever taster for wine, like the head wine buyer, loves Maker's Mark.
At Fine Wine and Good Spirits.
That's why the FWGS Maker's Mark picks are actually good.
I mean, this guy thinks every Maker's Mark pick is good. To be fair,
think every
but...
Maker's Mark pick is good. I just think they're interesting.
Okay, good. Okay,
I think they're interesting. Like
that's fair.
I think what they're doing, and just to put a pin in our argument in case people don't know why we argue, I think that the stave blending process and how they do so is an interesting concept to how you do single barrels.
You think say that one more time? Sorry,
So
I was
think
checking the
stave
Venmo.
finishing process. So like no two stores can have the same stave finish, right? Like it is unique.
Is that true?
100%. They cannot. If I do 5,
there's only 10.
46,
There's only what's
10
we
staves,
all took math. What's
10 staves, 6 options per year. When they run out of options, they switch the staves.
okay? So I didn't personally know about the switch to staves. So they don't always do like French mocha and this and that and whatever it is.
Nope.
They switch up a stave or two.
Yes.
Okay. So every single barrel stave finish that you get from Maker's Mark is completely different from another one that you've had.
I wouldn't say completely different. I mean, I think there's a lot of carryover, but each store has it's like a fingerprint. Each store, like if I have 4 Makers French Cuvée and 5 Makers 46 and 1 baked apple puree or whatever. But
right.
Their names are dumb. I'll give you that. But like
no, I get that's fine. Whatever they want to be. It's like tasting notes. They're all made up.
But if yeah, okay.
Stone fruit, my favorite one.
Stone fruit. I mean, that's apricots and peaches. I get it.
Okay, sure. I still don't know it to this day what a stone fruit is. Apricots, peaches, aren't they the same thing?
Plums. Anything with a pit. A pit is a stone fruit.
Okay. Just state that then.
Well, I'm not going to say pitted
cherries.
Fruits. That's fucking dumb.
Pitted fruits. Just say cherries. Just say plums. I don't know. I'm getting a real stone fruit.
If I say tropical fruits, you know what that smells or tastes like, right? It's
sure, pineapple. Just say pineapple.
No, it's pineapples and mangoes and
mangoes are stone fruits, though. Mangoes are stone fruits.
No, they're not. There's no pit in a mango.
Don't mangoes have pits?
No.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know. Actually, I should Google that because I said that very confidently.
Yes, you did say that. Do mangoes have pits?
Just shows like
you're gonna be mad.
Armpit.
Yes, mangoes have a large flat pit or seed in the center. I thought so. Those things are a mother effer to cut through.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It's still a tropical fruit, not a stone fruit, though.
What? See, this is where I'm lost on the stone fruit. You know what I mean? I was all good until.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be peaches, apricots, plums, and cherries. Like those are like the or.
But I can call out a cherry. I can definitely call out a plum, and peaches and apricots are the exact same fruit.
Okay.
So define that.
Now, are we having this argument now?
No, let's go back to Maker's Mark. We'll go back to Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark, and then we'll come back to this.
Everyone has a different finish.
It's so true. Yes, every store has their own individual finish, and you can order, I think, another barrel pick of that, but no other store can. So, like...
Okay.
So, it increases, I think, the unique exclusivity. So the lost recipes, right? Those are a thing that are floating around right now. The lost recipes are Costco's single barrel that they then requested another barrel of with their specific stave finish. And because Costco's are huge, Maker's Mark is like, oh, hey, let's give it something called the lost recipe.
Right.
So that's the whole thing. Peach is better than apricots. Just dropping in the comments. Peach is better. Don't get the 717 people into this because 717 has absolutely bonkers, very, very specific views of things. Like, we've been having a cake versus pie debate for over a year.
Well, cake's better than pie, so that's not even.
100% agree with you. 100% agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even like pie, to be honest with you.
How much did the Gonzalez donate tonight, fellas? I actually don't know that I've seen the Gonzalez. I know Andres did a super chat, which I will then send to you for that, if you want to add pie. Oh,
you want me to add him in here?
Oh, my word. We've started it in here. Johnny Dean
Is this 717 in here?
Johnny Dean says pie. Bourbon Bessie say cake. Dave Warmingham says crazy.
Cake and peaches.
Cake and peaches. Yep. Let me go back to that. Okay. So we have 325 still for tonight. When we get to 500, Chris and I have to do what Sherry would consider to be punishments. How much? So I would say our goal is 1,000. I think, we have 25 minutes. It's usually the last 10 minutes end up going crazy. I don't know if Chris has tallied in a little bit.
You have on here what you're giving away specifically?
I don't actually, so we'll just talk about that. So I am giving away this bottle of Weller 12 specifically to anyone who buys tickets tonight. Like, from when we started, Chris is keeping a tally. We've got names for a wheel. It's a fun time. We're giving away that. I'm giving away a Gentleman of Whiskey hat, and I'm giving away 4 of the best Maker's Pours of the year. And then if we get to 500, I'm going to give that blind to Chris and make him do it. And then I am also going to take the punishment of tasting some Wild Turkey products that he's going to send me a blind of, and neither of us can say anything negative about them. That's our
four of the best Wild Turkey products that I have, okay, which are a few Russell's single barrels. Okay. Obviously, I got Russell's 15 in here. What was your thoughts on Russell's 15?
Every single time I have it, I like it a little less. I loved it initially, and then I got your bottle of. You had Russell's 15 last year, right? That was one of your picks for
Russell's 15 in the pick, yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up blinding it with, I think it was an 8 or 8.25, which is very low for me. For a product of that caliber, it's pretty low. And honestly, I feel like it was not even in the top 5. I think it was like 7 overall as voted in that competition.
Damn. Most people had that up there, though. Most people that had it pretty high up.
Somebody gave it a 5. I think it was Brian. Brian was the guy last year that gave everything like a
typical Brian. Brian was like, "This thing sucks."
Well, and I forget who else had it. Somebody else had it, and none of us gave it above a 9. I think it was like an 8.5. I think I gave it an 8.25, and I think Brian gave it a 5.
What am I reading right now in this chat? Zeros from the Bourbon Besties? Russell's 15 thumbs down. Bad every time I taste it.
Lewis does not like Russell's 15. Now I want to pour that reminds me of pie.
You guys just now I gotta find where's my Russell's 15? Did my brother-in-law steal that today?
So are we bringing cake versus pie for a meet?
Oh, here it is. I don't have a lot left, I'll be honest with you. That's all I've got. Ugh.
All right, well, I'm drinking
I feel like you guys are
You're
lying.
drinking Russell's 15, so.
Well, I mean, you're drinking one bottle that only 8 men in their entire life have drank and specifically picked
I
for
don't
that.
know. I don't know. Look at that spin. Just absolutely the best spin. Johnny says flaky buttery crust and maybe some dark cherry. Look, I understand the appeal of pie. I just like cake better. Mine was. I'm
gonna be honest. I don't understand the appeal of pie. So what? We've got a specified pie. So like
right.
Pumpkin pie, trash. Apple pie, maybe. Is pumpkin pie not trash? Are we not agreeing on that?
Have you ever had an actually good pumpkin pie, or do you just not like pumpkin? Like,
I don't like pumpkin,
okay.
so I'm out. Yeah. I'm out on pumpkin
pie
specifically.
Is gonna be gross to you.
Correct, but I'm saying like apple pie is like the American classic, right? Like
Right,
the
yeah.
apple pie.
Cherry pie,
Okay.
I would say.
I, I'm out. I'm out on all pies over almost any cake unless it has like some weird filling in there. I'm out.
Okay, so then I guess tiramisu or cheesecake would be considered pie.
No, no, absolutely not.
Well,
It
it
says
follows a
cake right in the name.
it does, but it follows a
Okay.
traditional pie
No. Stop.
crust
That's
and then
cheesecake.
filling.
Cheesecake. I was literally going to bring it up. Cheesecake is my number one dessert. And if cheesecake is pie, then I'm back on team pie.
Johnny Dean, dear Lord, pumpkin pie is fire.
Johnny. Johnny, I had so much respect for you.
Dave Warmingham, you are nuts. Who is this guy? I'm not even sure if he's talking about me or you. It could go either way.
I don't know who he's talking about, but pumpkin pie is not good. You're telling me you just scrape out that you just scrape that stuff out when you're carving jack-o'-lanterns, and you're like, you know where this would be great? Throw it in some crust, and that's just you just eat that. You just put that in the oven and you eat that.
Lie. I save and roast pumpkin seeds.
I don't mind. I don't mind roasted pumpkin seeds. Like I like all kinds of like sunflower seeds, different flavored seeds. That's fine.
Dave
Pumpkin
says,
pie is trash.
Okay, what cake would you want?
See, I'm basic. I'm just a regular vanilla chocolate. I'm also I don't like store-bought cake versus like a homemade cake. You know what I mean? Like the store-bought fake icing type cake thing it doesn't do it for me. But a homemade cake, that's great.
Exploded.
People are on one side or the other.
All right, I'll tell you what. Tell Chris he's wrong by sending him a Venmo and entering for tickets. How about that? Put pie in the description.
$1,000, $100 with pie.
And then I'll send you a pumpkin pie that you have to eat along with your makers. How about that?
If I eat a pumpkin, I might throw up. Between makers and pumpkin pie, I might throw up. This is phenomenal, by the way.
I love that.
I haven't even sipped it yet. We've had multiple people say Russell's 15 was not good. I didn't like the Russell's 13 batch 3, I think it was that I had.
That was the worst.
I didn't like the Russell's 13, but I love the Russell's 15, which is crazy.
Have you had this year's 13? The new
No, I did not, and I've heard people say that one was pretty good too.
What cake would you want? I want to finish that question, and I think I would say that I want a marble cake with buttercream icing. I love.
I don't mind. I don't
cake.
love a marble. Yeah. Love a marble cake.
Or a red velvet with cream cheese. Red velvet with cream cheese is also very good to me. Even though red velvet is just chocolate but red. I understand that.
I like red velvet. I don't know if I would go. I don't like when it has like the stuff in between most of the time. Sherry's in for 50. We got another 50 here, which gets us very close. Very, very close.
So cake with just icing on top of it, and that's it. I mean, pie is just
correct.
Pie filling and crust. It's no different. Also, you can definitely put pie filling in a cake, and it's fine. It's an easily accepted thing. Like you could put.
No, they do that
in between the layers of cake, and it's still a cake. Just saying.
So I won't eat. Like wedding cakes because you're doing too much. You know what I mean? Like if I go to a wedding, you're doing too much. Ben's in with me.
He says, "What degens are choosing fondant over buttercream?" I completely agree. No one likes fondant. Fondant is only good for making your cakes look pretty and nothing else.
I just don't understand. Like again, wedding cakes, they look pretty, like he said, but just give me cake. I don't need all the extra. I don't need 4 layers of strawberry jam in the middle of my cake. Just give me good cake.
Let me guess, both of you
Sherry's
put ketchup
in
on a hot dog too. No, apparently I'm a savage. Because there are times that I don't put any condiments on a hot dog. And I've been told that makes me a savage.
Hold on, we got one more coming in here.
All right, let me.
Steve is in for a quick 10.
Let me throw out these raffle details, see if I can entice people with the bottle list. So I'll be right back. All right, so currently we've got this bourbon raffle, and as I said earlier, it is 3 pages this year of bottles, which is dope. Last year it was only 2. I realized that when I was putting them together. So this is the raffle entries: $10 for an entry, $25 for 3 entries, $50 for 7, $100 for 15. Bottle list. Tons of great bottles on here, including Booker's The Reserve from 2024, the good one, as I like to call it. And then there's a bunch of other really cool stuff. 17-year-old Reveries from Take. It also is definitely buff turkey if you're into that kind of thing, which I think is also phenomenal. So look, this list, phenomenal list. Chris has done a great job of getting bottles. If we get to 500, right, we're close. I really still think that we can get even higher than that, but that's just me. I think that if we get to 500, I will throw in a 1792 full proof 717 pick, which is coming. Chris okayed that I don't have it in my hand currently, but it has shipped from 1792 now, so I'm confident that it is coming. Or I will find a comparable bottle to ship you instead if that does not come in a timely manner. How about that?
That's fair.
So, that's where we're at. We are giving away a Weller 12. We're giving... Ooh. Okay, so Dave just dropped $49.99. I guess I will send that to you via Venmo. I think I can do that. It is much easier for you guys if you send it directly to Chris with the link in the description. It's actually much easier.
Agreed.
And YouTube does not take 30% of that if you do that. So...
The fees from YouTube are actually crazy.
Yeah, I found that out a while ago, so I just stopped doing... I was doing super chats, and then I think I'm actually just going to turn it off here soon, because they take...
I'm probably going to do the same.
Amount.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right. Yes, let's go. Nice, Dave. Once a week here, 1792. Makes me think about the pick. Yep. It's coming, I swear. It actually shipped now, so it should be here next week, I'm thinking. I love saying should. We've been saying it's coming since May. Let me guess, both of you put ketchup on a hot dog too. Besides chat, there's a thing that is $1. I figured it was the donation button. It's fine. I get it. So $49.99. Send that to you. All right, you want to put in Dave for 7, and I will send that to you right now.
Yeah.
Bourbon. All right, what was the other argument we were going to get in after Maker's Mark? We started into something else, and then we stopped. I forget what it was.
Maker's Mark, pie, cake. I forget what else there was. There was one more. Fine wine and good spirits. Picks. Was that?
No,
or we
so I
already
feel like
finished
we
that
agree
one?
on that one, because like
Yeah, we do agree on that one.
There was something that we were getting into after that. I forget what it was. Oh, crap. Well, I broke one of the cardinal rules and didn't make it private, so whoops.
435, so we're 65 away from our punishment number 1.
Sherry is asking, what's your W12 wheel? Anybody who buys tickets get even chances? No. So we decided at the beginning that we were going to... Oh, Stoneford. That's what it is. We decided at the beginning that we were just going to do the way that Chris is doing tickets. Gets you the same entries just for the Weller 12 and the Maker's Mark and the hat. So that is a separate giveaway from what Chris is doing, but tickets get both, similar to the way that we do with the Big Effin' raffle. So that's where we're at. No, it was GTS barrels. No, we kind of finished that one. Actually, I want to check in on that poll real quick. See if anybody actually voted.
By the way, Dad is in for a quick 50 for 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My father. Big Stick himself, the Bourbon Besties. If you're not following them on all of their social medias, including YouTube and Instagram, make sure you're doing that.
So there's 2 votes so far, and they're both yes.
I
One of
love
them is
that.
Johnny Dean.
Wait, I didn't even vote. I didn't even vote.
You can't vote.
Hold on, let me find it. Oh, I can absolutely vote. You can't vote.
I can vote. I have all the accounts.
I'll go. I got 4 accounts. I'll go out. How do you think I get so many views? I just bot stream my own stuff.
I have a comment, but I'm not going to air
it. Don't air it.
No.
I feel like I know what we're talking. Why do I have random numbers over here?
Random numbers. I don't know.
You know what we're talking about.
It said 553 over in a different column.
I think I was typing and then I just moved it over.
And I was like, Chris already thinks that I'm trying to dumb this down for him. I'm not going to delete the other numbers.
59.20. So we need 85.95. $15. $125 donation gets you 3 entries for tonight, 3 entries for Tuesday night, and gets me and John to say funny, nice things about Wild Turkey and Maker's Mark, which we both don't do too often. I'll be honest with you.
It's true. We do not do that. Okay, so we were talking about stone fruits, right? And you were saying, like, you can pick out a cherry. Stone fruits, yes. You can pick out a cherry. You can pick out a peach, okay?
Yep.
But in whiskey, like, when the flavor isn't that distinct, what do you say?
Okay.
Do you just say it's fruity? Or, like if it's something vaguely, like, do you use that as a... Like, you can tell that it's, we'll say... close to an apricot or a peach because they're similar in taste, right? But you can't really distinguish which one it is. What would you say there? Or you can.
I would honestly, personally, I would just say it tastes like somewhere between a peach or an apricot. Like that's literally what I would say.
Okay.
I think in a video I have used the word stone fruit, but then I'll also call out the stone fruit that I think it is. I've never said stone fruit and then thought about cherry. I think for something like a plum, I'll say a dark fruit before I'll say a stone fruit.
Right. And
because I feel like plum, like blackberry, like that would be, I would like hone in on a darker fruit before I'll hone in on stone fruit. Because stone fruit, like cherry and plum, they're not even close to the same.
Okay.
And like cherry and peach and apricot, they're not even close. Like I get the peach apricot comparison because they're very similar, but like what are we talking about there?
Okay, so
Chris Conley in for another 25, by the way. Man, Dad.
What I want to say here, though, is like you describing it is exactly how I think about it. Like when you say red fruits, when you say stone fruits, when you say dark fruits, right? That is a one step past fruity, but not able to describe the exact fruit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I think about it almost as a flow chart. Like you start with fruity, right? This is a fruit of some kind. Okay, narrow it down from there. It's a red fruit, right? It's a strawberry. It's a cherry. It's a, something like that. Because even cherries, I also disagree with you. I think a really ripe cherry is closer to a plum than anything. Like a really sweet, ripe cherry can be close to plum. Anyway.
Hold on, no, don't anyway that. A really ripe cherry can be close to plum?
A really ripe sweet cherry, like we're not talking about like a tart cherry here, like a ripe, really sweet.
But the stone's still in there, right? Like we're not talking like in like a juice, like a maraschino cocktail cherry.
Right. We're
talking like off the stem cherry.
Right. Yes. Like a sweeter variety of cherry, not a tart cherry, can be close to what a plum is. So when you say dark fruits, that's what I'm saying. Like to me, I use dark fruits or red fruits or stone fruits or tropical fruits as a descriptor when I know it's in that family, but I can't pinpoint what it is because whiskey
I don't like stone fruit because it's too broad.
Okay, that's fine. I understand what you're saying. I'm just explaining how I view it, right? People argue about red fruits all the time, right? Like red fruits is a non-descriptor, or whatever. Chris, I'll get you a sample for your donation.
Who said this?
That's what Bourbon Bestie said. She said at Chris. I'm not sure if she's talking Big Stick. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. I break it into light or dark stone fruits, is what Ben says.
And I feel like that's at least fair. If you're going to say stone fruit, give me like a general description of said stone fruit. Nectarine, peach, and apricot are pretty different, but if the note reminds me of some ambiguous mix instead of specifically dead nut peaches, that's where it comes out. See, that's where I'm at.
Yep.
If I'm like, this is peaches, then I'm going to say this is peaches. But if I'm like, this is like that tropically citrusy kind of sweet mango flavor. I'm just gonna throw that out there rather than be like this is this blank umbrella of a flavor profile.
Right. But I don't know. To me, like I can tell it is just more of a descriptor. That's all it is. It's more of a like. Not just fruity. Oh, we lost Chris. We lost Chris. Now he's back.
From my collection.
We dropped you for a second there. I don't know what happened.
Oh, did I leave?
I don't know. You were messing with something. I don't know if you brought up your camera or something and it kicked you. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
He said it's like Ben, such a wise man, says it's like saying fruit salad. I can't pick out the specific thing, but I know it's in the bucket. Love that.
It's got to be in there somewhere.
Right, and that is my point when people say stuff like that. It's because, like, from a science perspective, like the same things that cause cherries to taste like cherries, that that acid or that ester is present in the whiskey at a smaller concentration, and that's why you can say, oh, this tastes like cherry, because in some whiskeys it's got that more prevalent flavor. In some whiskeys it's not. It tastes more like an ambiguous red fruit. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. That's fair. I just hate stone fruit. Sherry, where you at? Sherry, I know Sherry hates stone fruit too.
I don't use stone fruits. I'm guilty of red fruits.
Red fruits are fine with me. Dark fruits,
Yeah,
bright fruits even, like the I like the word bright, and I feel like people hate the word bright, but like bright to me isn't like, oh, it's sunny out when I'm drinking this. Bright is like, it's like crisp, it's like light, it's florally.
Yeah.
Like I feel like bright gives a descriptor rather than like honing in on an actual flavor profile, which is I feel like what you're kind of trying to explain to me of what you're experiencing.
All right, this is a dumb argument because we agree.
Dawn dish soap, cilantro.
Right, somebody drop a bomb in here so Chris and I can argue.
Dawn dish soap. Does it taste like cilantro?
Dawn dish soap is one of Chris's tasting notes for our Sagamore pick. He said it tasted like Dawn dish soap, and I was like, Chris, stop that. You're gonna make.
They think cilantro tastes like soap. Is that not their thing?
Cilantro tastes like soap. We've had this.
Right. Yeah. We don't need to bring that up again tonight.
There's a portion of the population where it tastes like Dawn dish soap or whatever soap. Cilantro just tastes like soap. I hate stone fruit as a description. It's too many different things that don't taste anything alike. Okay, it's fair. He's nutty. What about the pawpaw fruit? It's also stone. I don't know. I don't live in the South. John, play just the tip.
Fruit?
Okay. All right. This is what I'm drinking right now. We're playing just the tip.
What is just the tip?
It's a game that
doesn't sound like a game I want to play.
Dave invented this game while we were having one of our first bourbon blinds with friends over the summer, and he was just he was just drinking random crap, and then he was just like bringing it up on camera so like you could just see the tip of the bottle, and we were guessing what it was.
Okay.
So, George T. Stack.
GTS.
All right, somebody get. Actually, that's a fun game. I'm gonna pour something that you guys can't see, and then we'll play just the tip. I gotta find it. Gotta find something good. Chris, I don't know what I want to drink.
That's always the toughest part. Another Surfside, perhaps, for the gentleman.
I don't drink Surfsides. I don't drink anything.
You don't drink Surfsides at all?
I legitimately do not drink anything but whiskey. That might make me boring. I don't know, but I.
Pawpaw grows in PA. I started using Evanescence lately.
I've never seen a pawpaw fruit outside of the state of Tennessee.
I don't even know what it is.
It's spiky.
Jared coming in with a quick 50. Jared Lee.
Wait,
Getting
John, are
in
you wearing
right
pants?
before
This
the
could be a
end
dangerous-
here.
I am actually wearing pants. Look at this. See? Pants. All right, so we're playing just the tip. Here's the tip. You guys can guess what it is.
Can I play?
Sure.
Let me see it.
Can you see?
Looks like Maker's Mark.
I mean, it's
Do I got to bring out which one it is? Is it orange?
Yes.
Oh. I just saw wax. Somewhat red.
Let me go a little bit higher. Let me just insert it higher.
All right, take it easy.
Wish I could play just the tip. Man, Ben is
59.95.
Ben is out here just saying, I've started using effervescent recently. Does Ben
I love that.
do reviews?
Ben does some shorts reviews of things he gets. Yeah.
All right. I will need to pay more attention to that. I know I follow his personal and his barrel race stuff.
Yeah, he does a lot of, like, I wouldn't say a lot of, but when he gets like a bottle that he really wants to talk about, he'll do a little short on it. I like them actually because it's very like off the cuff, which makes it less generic and more. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
All right, we've got some guesses. Dave says it's some Penelope thing. Ben Rhodes says it's Pinhook. Bourbon Bessie says it's Pinhook. Bourbon Bessie also says lies. I don't know what that's to. RC or Pinhook? RC. That's a big tip. Southern Collective and Reveries. Does Reveries actually have wax?
Reveries does not have wax.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen Reveries have wax.
At least not the ones that not the Ravens. I've got batch 2 here. I'm
what
excited to compare to batch 1.
To like there. How about that?
See, I get to see it before everybody else.
You get to see like very little bit more.
I was gonna say Star Hill Farms, but that's not wax either.
No, it's
and
not.
it's also orange.
You're
telling me.
It is actually the first and only unwaxed Maker's Mark product.
Thank
ever.
the Lord. I'm the biggest hater on not only Maker's Mark, but wax tops are the worst.
Okay, Maker's Mark actually does like their wax tops. You can actually peel. Freaking Knob Creek. Knob Creek wax is the absolute worst in the game. Change my mind.
Also agree on that.
Dave says it's getting bigger. I can read the rare character on the bottle. Yes, you can. Rare character. It's getting. River Roots. Good call. So, this is rare character. Their 2025-01 straight whiskey. So, this is not bourbon. This is a blend of whiskeys. I don't know if it tells me what the blend is. I'm going to guess you're drinking Surfside.
We went back to the Surfsides, baby.
It does.
We should sponsor them. No, they should sponsor us.
I'm sure it does at some point. No, they just should sponsor you because you drink so much Surfside.
So much Surfside. Well, it's nice and easy. It's 5%. I love iced tea. I've been cutting iced tea out of my diet outside of Surfsides, so it gives me that iced tea kick. I've been trying to cut out sugary drinks. This is 2%. 2%, 2 grams of sugar, I think, in this. I'm sure there's some other sweetener in here that's terrible for you, but if it's not sugar, I feel better about it. But all of those things add up to I will drink enough of them. And I said 5%. It's 4.5%, so you can have a few of them.
I probably could still have that because usually liquor doesn't do it to me. It's brewed spirits or brewed whatever. Chris says, I thought you were a bourbon channel. Love that. Kevin Stanzik says,
Dude, I would love a bourbon iced tea.
Definitely looking forward to my first Reveries.
The Reveries are good. The tough part about Reveries is he drops those, I believe, don't quote me on this, he drops those on our bourbon first.
Not always.
And then they make their way to shared pour?
Not always.
Not always?
Yeah, sometimes it's shared.
Okay.
It depends on what it is. Some of them he drops to shared pour first.
Okay.
And you can pick up one of our
picks. I have batch 1, and then my brother-in-law got batch 2, so I'm going to try those. Yeah, you can get one of our picks.
On shared pour. I think there's like 20-some left, something like that. And they are good, so when
they're gone.
They're gone.
Somewhere around there.
At this point, just drink.
And I just want to say we are. No, no, no! Don't ever disrespect me like that. Jimmy with another 25. That's gonna get us to that $6,000 mark, and just short of 600 for the night.
All right, so
25. So what's this put?
For the wheel, because it is 9 o'clock. We'll give you guys another minute to get in anything to Chris.
25 is 3, right? That's my thing, and I'm asking you.
25 is 3.
620, 60, 20. What's that put us at? 585. Hell of a night, John. You do a hell of a job with this.
Look, man, to me, it's personal too, because I know you've told your story at the beginning. You know how it's personal with family, and my wife had childhood cancer. She had leukemia when she was little, obviously before I met her, but so to me, it's personal as well. Like I've lost a mom to cancer, I've lost a grandmother to cancer, like, and there are so many different kind of things, and I appreciate your heart in raising money for this. And you know, I wish that there would be someday when cancer is just incredibly off the board, but you know, we're not there yet. But every little bit counts, and every little bit gets us closer to a cure. So I appreciate what you're doing, and I'm happy to help. So
yeah, you give me the platform to do it, so I appreciate you for that. And stop making me try and cry right now. I had too many drinks for you to tell your stories to make people cry. But we're good. No, yeah, cancer sucks. We can all agree on that.
Yep, 100%. You guys got another minute. While we're doing that, Dave Wormingham said, FMK, or F Mary Kill, Maker's Mark, Jack Daniels, and Weller.
We already know where we're going here. On both, I bet you I could pick yours.
Oh, okay. All right. I love this game.
Actually, I don't know if I could pick yours. You're obviously F.
I know you're definitely K, Maker's Mark.
Yeah, I'm K Maker's Mark in this round. This round, actually, yeah. I'm K Maker's Mark. You're K. You're K Weller here, which is crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, you're marrying Makers and you're messing around with Jack a little bit.
No.
Was it Jack?
No, I'm not marrying Makers.
Oh, you're marrying Jack? Interesting. Okay, so I'm obviously K. That's fair. I don't disagree. So I'm K Maker's Mark. Which one am I teaming up with here?
You're effing Weller and you're marrying Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I agree. I'm marrying Jack in those 3.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's close. I'm not even questioning it there.
Nope.
I love Jack. The only thing in the Jack lineup that I can't say I hate it at this point, Jack 10 and Jack 12, I truly do not like personally with my palate. I understand people who like it. I'll be straight up with you and tell you that I think a whiskey's trash, but I can understand if somebody else enjoys it. Yeah. There's a few whiskeys that I think are trash that I don't think anybody should enjoy. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I can't.
Maker's Mark. But I think that I understand the appeal for Jack 10, Jack 12. Jack 14, I did enjoy. I do think personally I'm not spending the money for it, but I think it's a fair value for what they're offering for Jack 14, and I think it's the best of the 3. So, that being said, Jack Daniel's single barrel proofs across the board are phenomenal.
Okay, so real quick, so you don't even think Jack 14 at 150?
Would I personally buy it?
Yeah.
Or do I think it's of good value?
No. Would you buy Jack 14 at $150? Like if you walked into Fine Wine and Good Spirits and it was
now that I've tried it,
they dropped it. No, without it. Well, sure. Now, yes. Now that you've tried it, would you buy?
Now that I've tried it, I would not buy it. Prior to trying it, I would pick it up all day at $150.
You really don't?
If I want it, I don't like the profile at today. 3 years ago, I would probably be like, this is an amazing value. I think there's too much. I'm spending less money on whiskey, specific, like personally, and if I have an opportunity to try it, I would rather try it once and never buy it if I don't really like truly love it than go out and just try it at $150 personally. I'm just financially with two kids, the economy. I'm not where I was 3 years ago, where I would the $250 bottle of whiskey on the shelf. I want to try it. I'm going to go buy it, and I would just rip that, no questions asked.
All right, 100%.
Today, after trying Jack 14, I would not buy it at 150 bucks.
100%. You have the money in your hand, and you have Russell's 15 at 250, or Jack 14 at 150. Which are you buying?
I'm buying Russell's 15 in that specific scenario. I mean Russell's 15 was my whiskey of the year.
So you think that Russell's 15 is worth $100 more than Jack 14?
For me personally, not even a question in my mind. Understanding how people enjoy both of them, nobody's going to bother. Nobody, I would never call anybody out if they told me the opposite. I'd be like, that's completely fair. I can 100% understand that. For $100 more, I can see that it's not for you. In that specific instance, that there's not a lot of times where I would tell you that Russell's 15 is not $100 better than most bottles. I think Jack 14 is one of the rare few that I think it is. It could go either way. If you're a Russell's fan or if you're a Wild Turkey fan, I can completely justify the extra $100. If you're not, I could understand that 250 is way too much. But again, you could have picked almost any other bottle in the book, and I'd be like, you're an idiot if you're not buying the Russell's 15 there.
Well, right, but to me, they're main competitors because it's 1 year apart. It's,
I agree.
The Jack is higher proof, which to some people is a thing. To some people, it's not a thing. I get it. Like, not everybody's more proof is more flavor. But I think
proof doesn't always mean age doesn't always mean. I get it. But in this specific scenario, I could see both sides of the bridge. I'm on Russell's side for this specific matchup.
The thing for me though is I firmly believe that Jack is significantly oakier than the Russell's 15 is. Like, and I don't
disagree, and I don't like oak.
That's fair.
That's why I like I'm a Knob Creek 12 guy over a Knob Creek 15, 18, and I refuse to even look at the 20. If somebody has a sample of 21, again, I'll try it. I'm never going to turn down a whiskey I haven't tried before, but I will refuse to spend the amount of money on 21.
Right. But even still, like 21 is a 21-year-old age-stated product at the same price as Russell's 15. Anyway. And
Sherry in for another 25, by the way.
She had to get us 600. So that's where we're at. We are closing, so why don't you finish putting everything in there, and then I will put it into zip.
I'm in here. Yep.
For tonight.
God damn.
And then we will.
Jack 14 greater than Russell's. I can't disagree with you for $100. I cannot. I will argue about a lot of things in the whiskey world because I feel like I'm at least knowledgeable enough. When it comes to, it's tough because it comes down to preference. And some things I will tell you that your preference obviously supersedes anybody else's preference ever. Like, it's what you like. If you don't like something, you don't like something. If you don't like Bananas Foster, then you're not going to like certain whiskey products that provide that flavor profile. And at $100 is a huge ask. Right. I just personally don't think the Jack 14, for me, is something that I enjoy.
And I get that. I 100% get that. I don't know. It's just, to me, they fumbled the price on Russell's 15, and that is something that I will never get over.
No, I don't disagree, because what were we? We were $85 for the first release of Russell's 13?
75.
Is that what I remember it at? $75? And so it went from 75 to what was the latest release of Russell's 13?
$200.
Which was the fifth batch? Was it the fifth batch?
Sixth.
Sixth batch. So, I mean, That bothers me more than anything else. They saw the demand, they saw how excited people got about it, and they jacked the price.
Right.
That bothers me. I don't disagree.
100%. I don't. Yeah. Anyway, it's one of those things, man. It's one of those things where I don't know if it's actually Wild Turkey or if it's Campari, and Campari is just running the show and saying charge whatever you can. But I mean, what Beacons was $350, right?
and I want one. We just talked about what I want one for 350 or 325 or whatever. It dropped on Fine Wine and Good Spirits. I'm still sending out some emails about that.
Right.
Dropped on Fine Wine and Good Spirits, no limit.
But wasn't
no limit, no whiskey thing. It's crazy.
Wasn't the first batch of that $100? Wasn't the Wild Turkey one?
The Masters Keeps, yeah. They were like 100 and then 125 or something like that, right. And then they were 275, and then
I don't know, and it just like people just keep paying it, and it's bonkers, but I don't know. So we got 77 names on here. We're done.
I got no other Venmos coming in.
Perfect. So we got 77 names on the wheel. I am gonna have to say goodnight to you because I don't have a camera for you on the wheel. So, Chris,
that is fine.
It's been a wonderful time. Much appreciated, sir.
John, I appreciate you as always. Everybody click that like and subscribe button here on John's channel if you haven't already, please.
And do so for Chris. His links are in the description for this video for Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, as usual. One quick question, I found a Campari Investors deck a few years ago. It essentially said something about marketing position with intentional scarcity to drive prices. Sounds a lot like what people accuse.
You sure that was Campari and not Buffalo Trace? I was gonna say, you sure that was their deck?
That's what they say.
I believe Ben. I believe anything Ben tells me.
All right, man. I gotta go, so we're gonna spin this wheel, and I will catch you at a later date.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace out, bro.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate everything as always. Later.
All right, so that is in two places. Let's not do that. Twidget, delete that. Awesome. Yes. Okay, so here's what we're giving away tonight on my list of things. We're gonna do it in a different order. So we're gonna do first this hat. This is a Gentleman and Whiskey hat with the nice leather patch on the front of it. It is a Richardson 112. We're going to hit shuffle on this a few times until I can go through and not get a bunch of... We're going to do that a couple more times. Ultimately, my goal here is so that we don't have a bunch of the same name in a row. We're going to do it 3 more times. Alright, that was more than 3. I see Chris Connolly's name back-to-back, but whatever. Okay, so... we're going to spin for this hat. First thing we're giving away from the people who are tonight. If you are on here and I do not know who you are, Johnny Dean, I owe you stuff anyway. So, Johnny Dean, you're getting a hat. We can talk about whether or not you actually want that because I'm pretty sure you have a hat. But send me a message and we'll get that out to you. Also, I want to point out that Chris put these names in here, not me. I know that you don't have an H. All right, remove that one. We're going to do Maker's Mark pours. 4 2-ounce bottles of what I think is the best of 2025's Maker's Mark pours, mostly because I think Chris hates Maker's Mark and it was funny to me. So that is going to Sherry Robcon. Which I will be seeing next weekend and will pay up. Next one, we're going to do... Alright, somebody in chat tell me very quickly whether we should give away the Weller 12 first or the 1792 pick. First one, I'll take it. Somebody just tell me which one I should give away first. First comment wins. Not first comment wins the bottle, but first comment is what I give away first. Somebody, anybody... into the sample abyss. 1792. Okay. Johnny says I should give away 1792 first. That is coming up. It is a 717 pick. Weller 120. Okay, so we're going to give away the 1792 first and foremost. So spinning for that now. That will be going to wheels going, looking like Jimmy Plessinger. I didn't say CYPB. I said Weller 12. Don't. Chris, I know what I said. All right, Jimmy, I do not have your info, so either give it to Chris or I will get it from you. Email me in the link. I don't know if you're still watching or not. I will see if I can get that from either Chris or myself. But if you are watching currently, in the description to this video, there is a link for Linktree. Go in there, hit contact me, and email me at gentlemanandwhiskey@gmail.com. All right, so Weller 12 is our final. I have that one right here. That's what we're going to give away. And we are spinning that wheel for Weller 12, not CYPB. And that is also going to Jimmy Plessinger. Congratulations. So, that is awesome. Love that. So, congratulations, guys. This close. Love it. All right, so that is our final for tonight. We raised, I believe the final total was $610 on this live stream. So you guys are awesome. I appreciate every single one of you who came in and donated money towards this. Cancer is obviously very important to me, like I said before. It's very important to Chris as well. Chris from Bourbon of the Week said, thank you all. So much appreciated. Thank you for stopping in, and check back next week. I will have a different guest of some sort on Bourbon Blinds with Friends. Actually, yeah, I should be there. Still a chance to win the other 35 plus bottles. Check out on Tuesday. So Chris will go live on Tuesday to do a giveaway for his bottles. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to follow him if you are not currently. All of his links are in the description. If you are not following me, I know some of you did during the course of this, and I appreciate that very much. New videos coming. I've been taking a few weeks off for some family stuff and some things going on. Rest assured that I am not stopping making content, and I am coming back. So there will be a new short tomorrow. So thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to catch you next time. Cheers.